retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience for your love with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration, feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Just like a weed.
It's actually getting slightly warmer here on the East Coast, and I am certainly ready for that because after Christmas and New Year's, I am absolutely done with the winter season. I want beaches. I want water parks. I want cold beverages, barbecues, and swimming pools. But regardless of that, February may still be cold, but I'll tell you right here, this area right here, when it comes to the DJ Storms brand, it is oh so sizzling hot. And that could only mean that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms, and I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to a very special edition Thursday stream, because we turning up on Thursday. You better believe that that is a thing. And we are streaming live on 4 different platforms across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different accounts. We are getting set for yet another pay-per-view with plenty to discuss. And as of course you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy and the operator of the best damn X, formerly known as Twitter, handle no. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you are doing, because there is an oh so particular scent in the air, and I want you to take a nice big inhale in, and I want you to go, oh. So nice. You got to do it twice. You can't just do it once. You got to do it twice. So I want you to do it again with me now. Oh. You got to hit the hat trick. You got to hit the hat trick. You did it once, you did it twice. You got to hit that hat trick. I want you to do it one more time, and I want you to go. Oh, shit. Do you smell that? Do you know what that is? I think my guest right over here can tell you exactly what that is. What is that oh so particular scent?
It's certainly it's not horse dung dung. No, it's not. No, it's pure excellence.
Damn right, baby. It is pure motherfucking excellence. Wait for it. Wait for it. Two-man kind. Oh yeah, baby. I'm on fire tonight. And this is the official rundown for NXT Vengeance Day 2024, which of course is streaming live on the Peacock.
Get your mind out of the gutter, people.
Get your mind out of the gutter, you fucking savages. Peacock. Now, Peacock this Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday, February 4th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that are asking me, well, DJ Storms, why are you still covering NXT? I don't review the weekly show anymore. I don't. I haven't reviewed the weekly show in God knows how long. But I'm still covering their PLEs because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we do have some decent material on their PLEs, although we haven't really gotten anything of great substance since September. But regardless, sometimes we do get some decent material on their PLEs, and it's good for the channel. It's good for the channel. It gets my views up. It gets my engagements up. It gets my watch hours up. Sometimes it gets my subscribers up. So that's why I do it. And guess what? More content is always good for you. So sit down, relax, and enjoy the fucking show. And of course, with me here is a good friend of mine. He is a wrestling extraordinaire. He is a lifelong wrestling fan. DJ Storm posse member. He's actually my second in command. He's the guy that I can always go to whenever I need someone to step up to the plate. He is the creator of the Wrestling Experience, which is found on YouTube, Facebook, and X every single Thursday, apart from today, of course, because he's a star on my show. He is Mr. Excitement himself. It's time to get aboard the mothership. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Earl Cole. How you doing, my friend?
Well, hi everyone, and after being ill, ladies and gentlemen, after the holidays, still struggling with it, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna power through, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like Popeye, ladies and gentlemen. I'm strong to the finish because I eat my spinach, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and energy. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday the Wrestling Experience returns. It will return next Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. And my guest at this time, ladies and gentlemen, will be Orange Cassidy's bestie, Mitch Koski. Mitch Koski, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to get cruncified on Thursday night with me and Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, me and Sarah will welcome Mr. Mitch Koski. And ladies and gentlemen, after 9 months, I know you probably will have a baby at that time, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, after 9 months, Mitch Koski returns to SmackDown tomorrow night. Me and Mitch will bring you Friday Night SmackDown, and that will be an interesting show nonetheless. But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am...
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
It gets better every single time that we hear it. Now, doesn't it, Earl?
Yes, it does, ladies and gentlemen. And that is who I am in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also the host, ladies and gentlemen, of the Raw Watch Along, AEW Dynamite, all WWE and AEW pay-per-views going forward, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, me and Sarah will probably present to you on Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. We will have Nick on the panel because Cherry is on vacation. And the rest of the ladies, we will bring you Monday Night Raw this Monday night on all of our platforms, ladies and gentlemen. So please don't forget to tune into that little ditty. And like I said, the Wrestling Experience returns to the airwaves next Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to bring on Mitch Koski aboard the mothership. He's going to be beamed on the mothership, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have fun with Mitch next Thursday night. Can't wait to have him aboard. But ladies and gentlemen, here's something very good and very special Mr. DJ Storms will return to the wrestling experience on March the 7th. He'll be coming on the wrestling experience March the 7th. Because on that night, ladies and gentlemen, we got two rewinds to do. We're going to rewind Dynamite and we're going to rewind Revolution 24. So don't forget that is DJ Storms when he returns to the wrestling experience on Thursday, March the 7th at 7:35 Eastern Daylight Standard Time. Don't forget. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there's a special start time for next Thursday's show. We will be on the air at 8:05 Eastern Time. Next Thursday night, we'll be on the air at 8:05 Eastern Time when Mitch Konsky comes aboard the mothership. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow me on social media, you can. No, it's very simple. All you got to do is follow me on X at WWE Earl C. That is WWE Earl C. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's easy too. All you got to do is go to Instagram and follow me on Earl C99. Ladies and gentlemen, and also, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Facebook as well. And I just may ask you to come on the board, the DJ Storms Posse page, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm a senior administrator of the page, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I bring you all kind of news, rumors, and reports on that page as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is who I am. That is who I am in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. And DJ Storms, I want to thank you so much for inviting me on your channel again tonight. It is an honor. It is a privilege. I consider you a friend, a confidant, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, a go-to person for knowledge, because nobody on this planet, ladies and gentlemen, gives it to you, brings it to you, and delivers it to you like DJ Storms. Nobody does it. Nobody. I want to just let everybody know, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to know that before we begin this NXT show, we have some wrestling news to give you. I just have one wrestling news to give you, and I'm going to have DJ Storms on his opinion on it. But, ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank DJ Storms for his time and energy in inviting me here tonight. And DJ Storms, I'm here for you as always. Anytime you need me to come in and help you out, don't hesitate to look in this mothership. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that I've beamed aboard myself on this channel because your brand is hot, your audience is hot, and I absolutely respect you 1,000%. So again, DJ Storms, again, thank you so much for your time and energy. I'm humbled that you've asked me to be on here, and let's go into the NXT universe.
We're going to be jumping into the NXT universe in just a little bit, that's for sure. And I always appreciate all the kind words that you throw down. That's why you are my day one A1, my second in command, my go-to. But we already know where we can find Earl on social media. Now you can find me on social media at HistoryMaker DJS. That is HistoryMaker DJS because I make history in everything that I do. You can also add me on my personal Facebook as well for collaborations and business inquiries. Please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com, like the official DJ Storms business page. And I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. That is, all those links are in the description, as well as all the links to Earl Cole's social medias. Of course, please make sure you check out the sponsorships. Brittany Kay, she's a wonderful woman. She's a big supporter of the brand and a good friend of mine. She does beautifully crafted designs of pro wrestlers from scratch on her iPad. Beautiful designs, beautiful drawings, and she also does social media avies and banners. So if you guys are looking for a classic social media avie and banner or a pro wrestling drawing of your favorite wrestler, no matter which company it's from, go and hit her up. She is your girl. Go and check her out on X, Brittany K5150, and of course her Instagram, Brittany K Designs. And then my second sponsorship shout out goes to Mr. Corporate Information Systems. Well, it's technically a company, not an individual, but Corporate Information Systems, they are recognized by Forbes as one of America's best recruiting firms with over 4 decades of experience in the recruiting industry. If you guys are looking to find the right clients or help advance your career, please go check out my friends over at Corporate Information Systems. You can check out www.cisrecruiters.com. One more time, www.cisrecruiters.com. Of course, be sure to hit that like button no matter where you're watching it from, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on X, or whether it be on Rumble. We are live on all 4 of those platforms. We're on my Rumble. We're on my X. We're on my YouTube. We're on the DJ Storms Posse Facebook page. And we're on the DJ Storms business page as well. We are also on the Hardcore Sports X account, the Hardcore Sports YouTube, and Earl's channel. We're live on Earl's channel. We're looking to boost up Earl's view count and watch hours as well, because guess what? I'm the one true draw that the IWC has, because everybody needs a bit of DJ shizzle dizzle in their life, because it is a known fact that I make people's lives better. Just ask Earl. On top of that, please make sure when you like the stream, no matter where you're watching it from, be sure to share out the stream on all platforms, social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble. No matter what you use, no matter what you're watching it on, share it out, because we want to get as many people in here as possible, because everyone needs a daily dose, a weekly dose, a monthly dose. They need a dosage of DJ Storms in their life, all right? On top of that, I want to send out a special thank you to everyone that has gone out of their way to watch this dashing little prick right here from the suburbs of New Jersey talk about pro wrestling, because January 2024, holy fucking shit, January 2024 has been undoubtedly the best month for the DJ Storms brand since June of last year. It may very well have been the best month for the DJ Storms brand ever. I don't believe I've seen numbers like this. It is absolutely amazing what you guys have done. Everyone from Earl to Sarah to James Punaseca to the Final Hoss, Courtney, Billy, Danny, everyone who has gone out of their way to watch me. It is unbelievable the amount of support that I've been getting, so I want to send out a special thank you to everyone. February, we're looking to make February just as big of a month. Trust me on that. We're looking to make February just as big of a month, so please be sure that when you come on in, you like the stream, you share it out, you hit the subscribe button, whether it be on my channel, whether it be on the Hardcore Sports channel, whether it be on Earl's channel. Earl, I believe, is on the road to 500 subs, if I'm not mistaken. Earl is on the road to 500. We are on the road to 1,000 for Hardcore Sports, and now we have peaked 2,300 for your boy. We're on the road to 2,400 and then 25 all the way to 3,000. I'm going to be DJ 3K sooner rather than later. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button and of course, hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace, because that way you're going to know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, oh, baby.
It's a glorious time.
Oh, it's a glorious time. It is the best time to be on YouTube. And do you know why? Because it is the only time that you are going to get to see this glorious sideburn shin strap combination and this beautiful mustache right here. You already know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
You already know.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at this beautifully crafted magical ace black comb. Hold on a minute. I got a blow on it. It is hot. It is sizzling. You already know what time it is. We're going to let it up right here on the rundown for NXT Vengeance Day 2024 with a little and a dash of and a whole lot of because like hot, fresh, steaming risotto right off of the pan. I had that for dinner tonight. I am just so good. I am delicious. I am absolutely tasty. I am the most scrumptious snack in the IWC, and everybody wants a piece of the Storms Meister. That's just the law of the land. Everyone wants a slice of DJ Shizzle Dizzle my nizzle. It is always a glorious time when I hop on YouTube to talk about pro wrestling. Look at how good this pompadour looks. This beautifully crafted black pompadour. It is unbelievable how amazing I look. I'm telling you, I think I may very well be too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. Anyway, I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves
ladies
here.
and gentlemen, that is why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why I have him on my mothership, ladies and gentlemen, because nobody Naughty, magically delicious. Yes, Sarah.
I
Yes,
mean,
Sarah.
where's the lie?
Where's the lie, Sarah?
Is the
Where is
lie?
that lie? There is no lie, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I again, like I said before, I said again, DJ Storm is coming on our show on the 7th of March, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get crunkified that night, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm quite sure, I am very quite sure he's going to turn the mothership inside out, ladies and gentlemen, when we beam him back
I
down to
always
earth.
do. I always do. But anyway, enough of the self-brand promotion and the advertisements. Why don't we get straight into the festivities here? Earl, we may as well start with the piece of wrestling news that you have before we get into the NXT material, because let's be honest here, talking about this wrestling news, or if anything, me going with my comb is going to be more entertaining than talking about NXT. But regardless, what do you got for us here?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to the wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE has officially announced that they have removed Vince McMahon from all of their social media websites, ladies and gentlemen. This website, they have cleaned Mr. McMahon out of all of their websites, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the broadcasters on WWE TV are no longer allowed to mention Mr. McMahon on the air. So apparently, Mr. McMahon has been wiped out clean of the WWE landscape. And John Laurinaitis came out and he vehemently denied doing anything with that woman that is alleged in the lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. And he said he's going to fight tooth and nail in court. And he says that Mr. McMahon manipulated him in behind the scenes. So, DJ Sums, what do you think of all of this?
I mean, there's really nothing more that I can say when it comes down to it all, but the whole Vince McMahon debacle, we already know that he is a sick, twisted, maniacal old fuck, and he is a disgusting, perverted freak. At the end of the day, the shocking thing is it took this long to come out. That's the shocking part. I'm not surprised at anything. The surprising thing is how long this has been kept hiding underneath the rug. How long has Vince McMahon tried to keep the top on the pot before the boiling water blows it off? But Vince McMahon being removed from everything, exactly what needed to be done. Bury this man in lawsuits, completely erase him from the WWE altogether, because guess what? The WWE and the pro wrestling industry as a whole, it's better without Vince McMahon. I don't give a fuck what he did back in the day. When it comes down to it, the last decade to 15 years, decade and a half of Vince McMahon's run as the CEO and a creative booker, a promoter, the last decade and a half has undoubtedly been the worst period that pro wrestling has had. The damage that Vince McMahon has done to not just pro wrestling from a creative aspect, but professional wrestling from a locker room standpoint, and the toxicity that the locker room has been subjected to at the hands of Vince McMahon, especially with the executives, and the employees, whether they be legal employees or creative employees, whether they be marketing employees, like all these fucking employees subjected to Vince McMahon's toxicity, perversion, and God knows whatever else he subjected them to. So I'm glad that they're removing Vince McMahon completely. As far as John Laurinaitis goes, I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. Does anyone honestly believe what John Laurinaitis is saying? Does anyone believe that what he is saying has an ounce of validity? John Laurinaitis is just as guilty. If anything, just guilty by association to Vince McMahon. John Laurinaitis is a carbon copy of Vince McMahon. He is just as perverted. He is just as sick. He is just as twisted. He wanted to bring back the fucking Divas title. He legitimately wanted to bring back the Divas Championship. He saw absolutely no value in women's wrestling outside of tits and ass. If you want to go see tits and ass, go watch Pornhub. When it comes to pro wrestling, we want pro wrestling. We want legit competition. We want legitimate competition between the best women's athletes on the planet. We want a locker room that the people backstage, both male and female, could be happy to be a part of. And the locker room morale, as we speak, is at an all-time high because Vince McMahon is not there. Everyone was walking on eggshells. No one knew what they were getting into. Now Triple H has created a safe space. And John Laurinaitis, he was mentioned in that lawsuit. With Vince McMahon. If he was mentioned in that lawsuit, even if, let's just say if Vince McMahon manipulated him to do what he did, that doesn't change the fact that what he did was wrong and what he did can be classified as a crime. It doesn't matter who manipulated who. The fact that he did it proves that he should be in the same place that Vince McMahon should be, behind bars. Plain and simple. The statement that John Laurinaitis gave was absolutely pathetic. But it's actually quite hilarious, if I'm going to say so myself, that the crabs in the barrel, they're all starting to turn on each other. Now John Laurinaitis is trying to disassociate himself from Vince McMahon, and he's going to try and manipulate his way onto the side of the plaintiff, Janelle Grant, which, by the way, is not going to work whatsoever. That's not going to work. And by the way, I'm not sure if Brock Lesnar is going to be involved in this, but I mean, oh my God, if Brock Lesnar doesn't get involved in this, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. But John Laurinaitis, he is right under Vince McMahon. It was him, Vince, Kevin Dunn, and Bruce Pritchard. And you know what Ronda Rousey said? I would not be shocked if Vince McMahon is still running WWE through Bruce Pritchard. I am not going to be fully happy until every single individual that was a part of Vince McMahon's camp is gone. We already got Vince gone. We cut the head off the snake. Johnny Ace. My name is Mr. John Laurinaitis. He's gone. Kevin Dunn, gone. Kevin Dunn is gone. But Bruce Pritchard, we need to get him out of there. And I really do hope that Triple H has plans to remove Bruce Pritchard from any executive position, because he is just as bad as John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon. But the statement that John Laurinaitis gave, absolutely disgusting and pathetic too. The fact that he even has the balls to deny it. I mean, oh my God, he's certainly got some nerve. But I'm glad that they're gone.
Yeah, I something. I'm glad that you brought up Brock Lesnar, because WWE is going to make a final decision on Lesnar very soon. And I have a feeling it's going to be future endeavors for Mr. Lesnar.
We're going to talk about that on the LFU on Saturday. I think that Brock Lesnar may be done. And you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care whether Brock Lesnar stays or he goes, because quite frankly, if nothing else, I just want Brock Lesnar gone because he doesn't add anything to WWE TV. But if it takes a lawsuit and Brock Lesnar being a perverted freak just like Vince McMahon to get him gone, then I'm all for it. Because Brock Lesnar, he's not a draw. He doesn't drive up any interest. He doesn't make the show better. And ever since he returned at SummerSlam 2021, ever since he's been on this new run with the WWE, since returning as Cowboy Brock, he's absolutely shit the bed in every single performance, minus his last man standing match against Roman and his match at SummerSlam against Cody. Outside of that, Brock Lesnar has been a complete fucking flop since he came back in 2021. I could not give a single fuck.
No, I'm going to agree with your assessment. His run in the WWE was abysmal. And there's really nothing in his repertoire, if you want me to be honest with you.
Suplex, F5, same shit.
That's what I mean. There's nothing new in his repertoire. And for all of you out there that keep defending Brock Lesnar of being a great, he's not great. He's not great, ladies and gentlemen. He's not. I hate to disappoint you.
When he wants to work, he's great. When he wants to work, is great. But the guy, 99% of the time, the guy throws out a finisher fest. Now, if he wrestled like he wrestled against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, maybe I'd be okay with Brock Lesnar.
But he doesn't.
No, of course he doesn't.
And he's not consistent, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's abysmal.
It is what it is, but I'm glad that you brought that up, because I actually wasn't planning on talking about that on the LFU, because I got a shit ton of topics for the LFU, and trust me, we're gonna be putting out a lot of shorts in the next week with clips from you.
I love that. I love that show. I listen to it, and it's very eye opening. But this story, this particular story, ladies and gentlemen, it's very eye opening because it's a lot of shocking things that are coming out of the wash. There's a lot of shocking things, and according to what Janelle said and her attorney said, there's more that needs to come out, and everyone's encouraging them to bring it out more. So I'm like, well, how much more is this gonna? How much worse is this gonna get? And who was involved in it, and who else was involved in it, and
The
who else
worst is
was
yet
trying
to
to cover
come.
it up? What was that, DJ? I'm
The
sorry.
worst has yet to come.
Nope. Yes, you're absolutely right. Well, we're gonna see, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna see how worse this is gonna get because I'm glad that the WWE pulled the trigger on this because the sponsorships could have suffered, ladies and gentlemen. The WWE could have lost millions and trillions of dollars if the sponsors start pulling out because that would not be a good look. That would not be a good look at all. But like DJ Storm says, and I agree with him, um, the John Laurinaitis statement was absolutely ridiculous. His hands is all dirty in this thing, and you just look at him, and he looked like he has Russian hands or Roman fingers. Like Jimmy, he look like you just want to come all over you like a cheap suit when he see a woman. It's just ridiculous. He needs to be taken to the bull of the woods. He's a dirty pervert. It's like one of those men in the raincoat. It's like, you want to see the experience? And he just opens his coat. And he's so nasty.
Come
It's
on,
gross.
come on, man.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
Well, you want to see the experience? Tell me you didn't say that.
Yeah, well,
Should we
oh
get
my
to
God.
NXT? Should we get to NXT?
Trend that worldwide, ladies and gentlemen.
You want a hashtag the experience.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
I bring the best out of Earl Cole, and Earl Cole brings the best out of me.
Yes, we do. We do bring out the best in each other, ladies and gentlemen, and not only analytically but funniest too. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Why don't we get to NXT?
Yes.
Dude, I sound like a broken fucking record. It's really the same shit every time with NXT. Sometimes I do take into consideration the people that say, well, why are you still covering the pay-per-views? Because it's been the same shit with NXT. You know what I actually find funny? I find it so funny how people were fucking making themselves come over the fact that they had John Cena and The Undertaker and Becky Lynch. They were all on NXT trying to get the USA deal or the CW deal, whatever fucking deal that they needed for another TV network. And then as soon as they got that deal, what the fuck happened with NXT? Completely fell off a fucking cliff. Dude, you take a look at the talent on this show. I have never, and I will never, shit on NXT from a talent standpoint because there are some matches that could end up being like legitimate match of the year candidates if they want them to be. There are some really good matches on this card, and they got some really solid talent down there in NXT. But dude, the creative writing, the creative writing is just absolute horseshit. It is a steaming crock of hippopotamus shit if I've ever seen one. You know that? You know when you have Jurassic Park, right? You see the guy and he takes his glasses off and he takes his hat off and no one knows what he's staring at. And then the camera backs off and it's a giant mound of Triceratops shit. That's NXT. That's NXT. Dude, I honest to God, do not know how anyone finds this show entertaining. I really don't. There is no heat. There's no heat. There's no sense of urgency. Very, very quick matches. And realistically, the only thing that NXT actually has going for it is the Trick Williams-Carmelo Hayes saga. Because we all know that that's going to result in a heel turn, which I'm assuming is going to take place on this show. I assume the heel turn will take place on this show, although I don't know how they're going to do it. Are they going to lose the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and then a Carmelo Hayes cost Trick Williams? Or are they going to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and Trick Williams falls up short to Ilya Dragunov? Or does Trick Williams win the NXT Championship and then maybe we see Carmelo Hayes walk away from Trick Williams when they challenge for the tag team titles? I don't know how they're going to do this. There's multiple different ways that they can do this, but outside of that, dude, there's nothing going on NXT. It is a dead fucking brand. I kid you not. I kid you not. There's better material from a wrestling standpoint on Ring of Honor TV than there is NXT TV. And dude, Ring of Honor TV is pretty much AEW Dark 2.0, but yet they have more entertaining episodes than NXT has. Everyone was jerking off to the ratings for NXT and how they beat Dynamite. Where are they now? NXT can barely break 620,000. Not that the ratings matter, because they don't. Not that the ratings matter. I'm just throwing it out there for all you mindless inbreds out there. And trust me, there's a lot of mindless inbreds out there. But
except for the two on the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming that we'll get a decent match here and there, but dude, the creative booking on NXT, it's the same shit. It really is the same shit. They actually had the opportunity to build some decent momentum coming out of NXT No Mercy, because NXT No Mercy, that was actually a very, very, very solid show, especially the last two matches on that show. You had Becky and Tiffany Stratton, and then you had Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, and those four individuals put on two excellent matches. May very well have been two of the best matches for the brand all year. Really, really, really good stuff. But after NXT No Mercy, NXT has just been on a downward trend. And they're back to the same position that they were in before they started using all this main roster talent. I'm glad that they're not using the main roster talent anymore, but they're not even fucking trying with the talent that they have. Outside of a Braun Breaker, a Carmelo Hayes, and Ilya Dragunov, maybe a Nathan Fraser and an Axiom, they got so much great talent, but the creative booking just does not reflect what the talent can do. Why is Oba Femi the NXT North American champion? The guy's not ready. Don't get me wrong. I think he's got a hell of a lot of potential, but the guy's not ready. He does not strike anyone as being ready. He went from being a bottom of the barrel no one to being a champion within how many weeks? 5 weeks? 6 weeks? No one can ever go from being a no one, a nothing on the show, to being the top of the line and being one of your main champions. The only individual that has done that has been Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is a different breed. Kevin Owens is on a completely different level. Kevin Owens was ready for the main roster immediately upon arrival. Kevin Owens didn't need NXT. But Oba Femi? Dude, Oba Femi may be good. He may be a powerhouse. But the guy, in your words, I'm going to steal a phrase from you, he's as green as goose shit. What have they done with the NXT North American Championship, dude? They have flip-flopped it back and forth between Dominic Mysterio and Trick Williams and Dragon Lee. Ever since Wes Lee lost the title, that title's been on a downward spiral. And then Lyra Valkyria and Ilya Dragunov, I love both of those two, but their title reigns have sucked. No substance whatsoever with their title reigns. And it hurts me to say that. It really hurts me, but Lyra Valkyria and Ilya Dragunov, they're in the same boat as Rhea Ripley. Great character, great wrestler. They put on great matches, but oh my God, they are giving nothing to them to work in their title reigns. Absolutely nothing. But I want to get your thoughts on this before we go over the card.
No, I used to watch NXT, ladies and gentlemen. I used to follow NXT a lot, especially when they first came out. They were doing good. That black and gold brand, that was something I grew up on. That was something that I grew up on. And that is something I like to watch. But once Mr. McMahon got his hands on it and he changed the landscape of NXT, I had to stop watching it because I didn't like what I was seeing. I didn't like what I was seeing. And I've discussed this on my show many times over. The Raw main roster getting the NXT titles. I didn't care for that at all. That made no sense in the booking realm. That made no sense whatsoever. Dom Mysterio becoming the North American title holder. What the crap was that? Why would you give a Raw superstar an NXT title? That makes no sense to me. And ladies and gentlemen, if you really want me to go back in the archives, ladies and gentlemen, look what happened when Charlotte Flair got the women's title in NXT. She had no business getting the NXT women's title. She had no business. She's not in NXT. And that to me turned me off with all of this title changes and giving it to the main roster and all of that and playing hot potato with the title. All of that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, all of that stuff turned me off. It turned me off. And I agree with DJ Storm's assessment about NXT. It's not good. I look at clips and I look at things and I go back and I look at it and I don't like what I see. I really don't. There's really nothing. And for you fans to sit up there, well, NXT is the best thing on television. No, it's not. No, it's not. Take the tumbleweed out your ass and look at what you're looking at. Take a look at what you're looking at. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I agree with DJ Storm's assessment. NXT is not good as it used to be. If you want good NXT stuff, go back to the black and gold brand.
I'm still raging over the fact that black and gold was destroyed. Like, yeah. I'm still pissed off about that.
Yeah,
I kid you not. I am still pissed beyond belief that happened. Yeah. I have been pissed that happened for a long, long time.
I mean, look at the Brooklyn takeovers. Look how successful they were. Look how
I was there at one of them. I was there at Takeover Brooklyn 4.
Yes, I was there too. I've been to all of them, ladies and gentlemen. I've been in all of them, ladies and gentlemen, and I love them. That's the NXT that I grew up on. That's NXT, not this NXT. No. I can't support it. I just can't support it anymore. I just can't.
Dude, I'm not even lying to you. Like, I have been so vehement about things that need to change. I stopped covering NXT on my show. I watch it, but I don't cover it on my show. If Roman Reigns is still champion after WrestleMania, I'm gonna boycott covering SmackDown. I kid you.
I'm gonna tell you this much, DJ Something. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you brought that up.
Change needs to happen.
Yeah,
across the board.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this much. Cody Rhodes is gonna be on the show tomorrow night on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I know he's gonna pick Roman Reigns because the winner of the men's elimination chamber will get Rollins. So I understand where they're going with this, but there needs to be a stipulation in this match. If Cody Rhodes does not win this title, ladies and gentlemen, he does not get another crack at it. I don't want to see a third time. I don't want to see a third time.
He shouldn't be on TV ever again. Like, why even bring Cody Rhodes back if he's not going to beat Roman?
Right. So if he can't defeat Roman Reigns, the stipulation is he does not get another crack at it. Because I don't want to see this again. I don't want to hear about his story. I don't want to hear about his struggles. I don't want to hear about anything. If you're going to make him go after Roman, make him finally beat Roman at WrestleMania, and do not use the same whack booking in Roman Reigns' matches. If you want something fresh and innovative, put the title on Cody Rhodes and be done away with it.
It's gonna have to happen. But let's get to the matches on NXT.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Speaking of Obafemi is defending the NXT North American Championship against Dragon Lee. I will say one positive about this match. Dragon Lee is going to help Obafemi become a better pro wrestler because Dragon Lee is just phenomenal at what he does. Dragon Lee is easily one of the best that WWE has, and he should be one of the future pillars of WWE when he's on the main roster full time. He should have been the NXT North American champion a long time ago. If anything, I would have had him beat Wes Lee to win the NXT North American championship, and at least he would have gotten a solid 6-month reign with the championship, because whatever's been going on with him and Obafemi, putting the title on Obafemi, huge fucking mistake. I do not look at Obafemi and I see, oh yeah, this guy's ready to be a champion. No. That's why I'm questioning what the fuck is Shawn Michaels doing down there in NXT. I mean, and here's the thing. This is a lose-lose situation because Obafemi's not ready to be champion. But if you take the title off of Obafemi and put it back on Dragon Lee, then I'm going to ask the question, why'd you take the title off of Dragon Lee to begin with if Obafemi wasn't even going to have the title for a month? That's what I'm going to be asking at that time. But I really like to hope. I really like to hope that they will do something with the NXT North American Championship, or at least Obafemi. Obafemi is going to have to really step up his game and quickly. They threw Obafemi in the deep waters very, very quickly. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a mark for Obafemi. I think that he's got potential. He's not there yet, but I'm not a mark for him. I'm not a mark for him, but he's going to have to win, because if he doesn't win, again, why'd you take the title off of Dragon Lee to begin with? I'm really sick and tired of the titles flip-flopping back and forth. Dominic Mysterio had it and then dropped it to Trick Williams. Trick Williams lost it back to Dominic 3 days later. Then Dominic lost it to Dragon Lee 2 months later. And then Dragon Lee lost it to Obafemi a month later. I mean, the North American title throughout this NXT bullshit, this NXT revamp bullshit, the NXT North American title picture has been the one true consistent with the brand. When everything else was jack shit, we could always count on the NXT North American Championship title picture to deliver constant bangers. And Wes Lee, he ended up making the North American Championship one of the most prestigious titles in the entire company. He was the greatest North American champion of all time. But whatever the fuck's going on right now with the North American Championship, it ain't fucking cutting it. So I'm not saying this because I'm a big fan of his, but Obafemi's going to have to retain, because if he loses the title back to Dragon Lee, all you're doing is devaluing the championship even more.
I'm going to agree with everything you just said. But let me ask you something. Doesn't that remind you of the TNT title, the way Tony Khan used to flip-flop it back and forth like a pancake? He didn't know
Before Christian got it, yes. It almost does. It almost reminds me of the fucking 24/7 title.
Right. And then the flip-flopping back and forth like a pancake. You know, it's like, I don't like playing hot potato with titles. Now, everybody knows that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, everybody knows that. Everybody and their mom knows that. Like DJ Storm says, when you play hot potato with title, ladies and gentlemen, you devaluate the title. You stain the title. You ruin the history of the title, and you make the champion uncredible, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to agree with DJ Storm there. Oh, Femi needs to retain this title. He needs to retain it, because there is no way that you can sit there and put that on Dragon. Now, Dragon Lee is a good wrestler. I'm not saying that.
Great wrestler.
That I'm not saying. When I look at, you know what Dragon Lee reminds me of? Commander. He reminds me of Commander, because you know something. You know what my dream match would be? Commander taking on Dragon Lee. That would be a good match. That I would pay admission for. I would pay admission to see that match wholeheartedly, because I love me some luchador wrestling. I don't know about you all, ladies and gentlemen. I can't speak for everyone, but let me tell you something. I love me some luchador wrestling, and that would tear down the house. That'll sell the ticket alone, ladies and gentlemen, to see that match. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, going back to Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, yes, he will put up a good fight in this match. But like DJ Storm said, we have to have a retainment here. We have the retainment here to keep the title legitimate and keep the title credible at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Can't keep flip-flopping the title back and forth like that, because how are you going to invest in a title that you keep flip-flopping back and forth because you're bored with the booking? That serves no value, and it serves no purpose to it. So you can't flip flop like that, like a pancake like that. You can't do that. It's not a good look. It's not a good look in the booking realm either. So I'm going to agree with DJ something. We need a retainment, and we need a
Now, here's
retainment
the
now.
question: Who does Obafemi fight going forward into the future? Who does he fight at? Who does he fight at? Stand and Deliver, because that's
Well,
realistically NXT's biggest show of the year.
right. Well, in Philadelphia, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure at this point. But um, like I said, Dragon Lee will give him a run for his money. But in the end of this, he has to retain.
Yeah, I honest to God don't know what they're going to do. There really doesn't seem like there's anyone there, unless they want to experiment, maybe do something with a Nathan Fraser or an Axiom, because I mean, those two are fucking phenomenal at what they do, and they would absolutely benefit greatly from a potential NXT North American title run, especially a Nathan Fraser. I mean, he was trained by Seth Rollins. He's amazing at what he does. But we're Obafemi across the board here. Moving on here, we got Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo versus Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, and Jada Parker of Out the Mud. I was actually shocked that they're not doing a tag team title match and they're doing a 6-person tag team match instead. Obviously, you already know how much I appreciate Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D. But again, similar to Lyra Valkyria and Ilya Dragunov, what have they done with the NXT tag team titles? There's like barely a division down there in NXT. And everything about NXT, it's just so hollow. There's no star power. There's no fucking wow factor. There's no sense of urgency. There's no adrenaline with anything that NXT does. And Out the Mud, I think that Out the Mud is coming along. I think that you give them a couple more years, I think that they could be a solid tag team. I think they got a very nice character. But in the end, I mean, why should we care about this match? Well, what exactly is the issue between Out the Mud and the family? It just seems like it's a nothing match to get all these individuals on the card just because of the simple fact that, oh man, we got to get all these individuals on the card because we got to give opportunity for the women and we got to give opportunity for Out the Mud, even though they're not pay-per-view worthy. And then you got to get Tony D'Angelo and Stacks on the show, even though they're not defending the tag team titles. It just seems like a mumble-jumbled mess. If anything, this is the match that I care about the least. I really could not give a single fuck about this match. If anything, I see this being the piss break match. And that's sad. That's sad for me to say that because everyone knows that Tony D'Angelo and Stacks and what they're doing, they are a great tag team. And they got a lot of potential going into the future. That they are two of the bright spots on NXT. But this is a piss break match. What do you got from me, Earl?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you with that. The way you were describing it. They said that they're not doing anything with those tag belts. Yeah, I'm going to agree with your assessment. This is I don't have really anything to add analytically or anything of this nature. These belts need to be prominent on NXT, and if you're not going to display them well on TV, then why are you creating a tag team division if you're not really doing anything with it, if you're not constructing it correctly, if you're not building it correctly, if you're not booking it correctly? That is something that's very troubling and very disturbing to hear to a wrestling fan. When you create a tag team division, you wanna have the stars out. You wanna shine. You wanna have that tag team, go out there and defend those titles and have great stellar banger matches and everything like that. But if you just going to just not do anything, or you're just not going to invest your time into the tag team division, then why create it?
Now let me ask you this. Who wins? I mean, I couldn't give a shit, but who wins?
Um, who's in the match again?
It's Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo versus Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, and Jada Parker of Out the Mud.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give the edge to Out the Mud.
I actually hope that we see the family retain, and that's it. That's it, and that's done. Because I really cannot stand what's going on right here. I really do not give a single fucking shit about what's going on over here. I don't. I really do not give a single fucking shit. And I'm just hoping that the family win. The family win, and we can just move the fuck on. I don't know what they're going to do with the NXT tag team titles going forward, but as far as what's going on with the family and Out the Mud, I think we need to move on from this. So I'm just calling Tony D'Angelo and Stacks to win.
Right, but let me ask you something. Out the Mud and the family, is this a legitimate feud, or is this just something that was randomly put together?
Dude, you want me to be quite honest with you? I have no fucking idea.
Okay. All right.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the first that we're stumped like this, ladies and gentlemen, because if DJ Storms is stumped, ladies and gentlemen, so am I, because the way it sounds on paper, it sounds like this was just mashed together. And it was just like, let's just throw it on the card and just be done away with it. Because here's the thing, you want to make things make sense. This doesn't sound like it makes sense.
Well, what makes sense in NXT? What makes sense in NXT anymore? Dude, they got fucking Trick Williams challenging for the NXT title, and he's not fucking ready.
No.
Just because the crowd is chanting along with his theme song, Shawn Michaels is like, oh my God, he's ready. No, he's not. Until I see the guy putting on a Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, NXT TakeOver New York Classic, the guy ain't fucking ready.
Right.
And listen, I want to get behind Trick Williams. I think that he's got a lot of potential. But from a wrestling standpoint, the guy isn't cutting it. At least not yet. The guy is still very green. We'll talk about Trick Williams in a little bit. Moving on to the next match here, it's Dijak and Joe Gacy, no disqualification match. This is actually something that I'm slightly looking forward to, simply because of the fact that Dijak is fucking phenomenal at what he does. Dijak, my God, Dijak's one of the better parts of the show. Dijak is one of the better parts of the show. And Joe Gacy, listen, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy just seems like a complete mental asylum escaped individual. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're doing with Joe Gacy. And again, similar to what they're doing without the mud, I don't give a fuck. But Joe Gacy, I will admit, Joe Gacy has shown everyone that he is a very solid wrestler. So if you give a great wrestler in Dijak and a very solid wrestler in Joe Gacy the opportunity to go out there and wrestle, and you don't handcuff them, maybe we can get something along the lines of what we got with Ilya Dragunov and Dijak back at NXT Battleground. That was one of the best NXT matches that we've seen of 2023 specifically. That was a great last man standing match. So if we're going to get something along the lines of that, then you know what? I'm all for it. I'm just looking forward to this match because I just want to see chaos. And in the end, I think Dijak takes the win. We're going to have to get Dijak in there with Ilya Dragunov. I'm calling Dijak and Dragunov at NXT Stand and Deliver, and I'm giving the NXT title to Dijak. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with your assessment. Dijak will win this match, but you know something, ladies and gentlemen, it is something where I like these no disqualification matches. I absolutely love when they have no holds barred. I really do, ladies and gentlemen. I just love that, especially if it's booked correctly. And I have that tagline, ladies and gentlemen, woolly, wild, and all over the place.
Is that on a t-shirt or not?
What was that, DJ song?
Is that on a t-shirt or not?
No, not yet.
Put it on a t-shirt.
So, this match is going to go woolly wild and all over the place. And I love it. I love it. Just throw caution to the wind. Take out the Oscar the Grouch special trash can and everything like that, ladies and gentlemen. Use the kitchen sink, ladies and gentlemen, the Betty Crocker special, the cookie sheet. Do everything you can, ladies and gentlemen, and just use it. Just use it. And
I could
just
use
use
a
it well.
Betty Crocker cookie right now. I'm not lying.
Peanut butter or chocolate chip?
Oh, chocolate chip by far.
Okay. So yeah, just use that cookie sheet, ladies and gentlemen. And do what you do best, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going to agree with DJ Storm's assessment in this match. He needs to win this no disqualification match, and he needs to go forward in the match. I think the match is going to be compelling, hard hitting, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, woolly wild and all over the place.
So let me ask you this: what do they do with Joe Gacy? Now, I don't really give a fuck. I know where Dijak is going. I think, are you on the same wavelength as me? Is Dijak the best possible opponent for Dragunov, or do we put someone else in there?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. I think that'd be a great match of Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I will be attending that show.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
But
Moving on here.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. Continue what you were saying.
No, but like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I can see that match happening at Stand and Deliver, and I can't wait to watch that match unfold inside the Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be great.
Oh, maybe you'll see a new NXT champion.
Maybe.
Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, who are collectively known as the Wolf Dogs, cringe, versus Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. This is the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. This is probably the match that I'm looking forward to the most. Simply because of the fact that the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, that has legit been one of the only things that has made NXT for me watchable. Other than the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, I couldn't have given a single fuck about anything that NXT is doing in the year 2024. But Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, I think that they've worked very well together. The last series of matches that they've had have been great. Same thing with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. I think that if they wanted to, they could really go the distance as a tag team. Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. I'm surprised that they didn't experiment with that earlier on, and they kind of made Trick Williams a background player. I'm not saying that Trick Williams is a bad wrestler, but as we speak right now, he's better in a tag team setting than he is a single setting. And I think that they could have gotten some decent mileage out of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams if they wanted to. But as far as this match goes, this match could very well steal the entire show. I'm saying that this match is probably going to be the match that kicks off the show, and we'll see what they bring to the table. I'm not sure which route they're going to go. This match is probably the most unpredictable match on the show because they could honestly swing either way. If Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, then realistically speaking, the heel turn might not happen. But if they lose, maybe the heel turn is more prone to happen in the main event of the show if Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Maybe if they want to, they could experiment and have Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin beat Tony D'Angelo and Stax. That would actually not be bad. If Braun Breaker is to stay in NXT, even though I don't really know why he would, but if Braun Breaker is to stay in NXT for just a little bit more, I would not mind a tag team title run with Baron Corbin. I think that would be really, really solid stuff for him. And finally, after all this time, it almost feels like Braun Breaker is finally getting something of substance to work with as a heel. Because Braun Breaker, ever since he turned heel, he's been doing nothing but putting everybody else over. Now he's finally starting to benefit from this heel turn, tag teaming with Baron Corbin, and they gel very, very well together. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these two teams do. I honestly cannot give you a straightforward answer. You know what? If you put a gun to my head, maybe I'll say Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. I think they're the best possible individuals to do so because this is probably the best that Braun Breaker has looked as a heel, and this is the best that Baron Corbin has looked in God knows how long. Earl, what say you?
I agree with your assessment. I agree with
When
the
do you not?
entire. What was that? CJ?
When do you not?
No, but I no, but I mean, I believe that, yeah, I like Braun Breaker and I like Baron Corbin because I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin, I'll tell you something, his career in wrestling has just been abysmal. He is just, gee whiz, they tried so many different things. It feels like he took all the suits out of the closet and nothing fit.
It feels
It's
like they
just
finally got something decent with him right now because he's been putting on some really good matches in NXT.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they send him down to NXT because the main roster just didn't work for him. It just did not capture the. He was just boring. You know, it reminds me of Karrion Cross. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna say Braun Breaker, and yeah, I'm gonna say that they're going to win this NXT. This is the Dusty Classic. I think that they're gonna go over in this match.
So if that's the case, do you see them beating Tony D'Angelo and Stacks at Stand and Deliver if that's the case?
I think so. I think they have a golden shot at it. Why not?
Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne Perez. This is the match that I'm second looking forward to the most. The second match that I'm looking forward to the most is Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria. I was actually shocked, but at the same time, I wasn't shocked that they were doing this match because this is the most premium live event worthy match that you could do. But at the same point in time, I kind of thought that they would have saved this for Stand and Deliver. But I'm not complaining either way because I think these two are great. Lyra Valkyria, I mean, she is amazing at what she does. And it's really disappointing that Lyra Valkyria has not gotten the proper respect that comes with being the NXT Women's Champion. She's had no memorable matches. I can legitimately not name you one title defense that she has had. She's had some, but I cannot name you one, dude. And the title defenses that she has had have been lackluster. Her match with Blair Davenport, dude, her match with Blair Davenport at New Year's Evil went 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Is that really all she's worth? 10 fucking minutes. What a waste of time. Blair Davenport shouldn't have even have won that match. Blair Davenport should not have won. Blair Davenport should have been set aside for Stand and Deliver, and Blair Davenport should have beaten Lyra Valkyria at Stand and Deliver. That they should not have wasted that match at New Year's Evil. That pissed me off.
Well, I think the bright spot of Valkyria is when she took that belt off of Becky Lynch.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
happy about that.
I know.
That was the best bright spot.
Becky Lynchburg.
Right. Yeah. I'll tell you this.
I'm still waiting for all these fucking retards to tell me how Tiffany Stratton benefited from losing to Becky Lynch twice. Do they got an answer? Of course not. You know why? Because she didn't fucking benefit.
Right.
Buried.
Right. But I'm gonna go with Valkyria in this match. Like, I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna lean towards her, and yeah, she needs to win. She needs to march forward. But like you said, she needs some credible matches. She needs some stellar matches. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand all of these champions in wrestling. How do you book them? How do you get away with the booking? It's beyond me when you book these matches. Do you have any thought in your head? Is there any thought process up there? What's going on upstairs?
Dude, I don't think they even know. I honest to God don't think they even know. It's just so fucking lame, man. It is so fucking lame. But I do think that Lyra's finally going to get a match that she deserves of being called an NXT Women's title match. I think Roxanne's going to bring the best out of her and vice versa.
I agree.
We're Lyra across the board here. No reason for her to lose the championship.
No.
Ilya Dragunov and Trick Williams, NXT Championship. You know, I really, really love Ilya Dragunov, but dude, outside of that match with Carmelo Hayes, like outside of his matches with Hayes, what has he done as champion? They've done nothing with him.
Didn't he have a match with Gunther?
No. The last time he fought Gunther was in 2021.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Okay.
Like I honest to God don't know what they're doing with him. It's just so blah. It's just so fucking blah when it comes down to it all. And it's very, very sad that just like Valkyria, just like Tony D'Angelo and Stax, Dragunov hasn't gotten the proper respect that he deserves as the NXT champion. And he was the best guy to be the NXT champion. Dude, I don't know, man. I just do not know. What is Shawn Michaels doing? Trick Williams is the best that you got for him. No Tyler Bate, no Braun Breaker, no Nathan Fraser, none of these guys, none whatsoever, no Axiom. No. Trick Williams. Trick green as goose shit Williams. If Shawn Michaels ain't careful, I'm going to come down there and whoop that Trick. Do you have anything to add, Mr. Cole?
At this point, no. I think I need to get off this analytic train and go get a ride back to New York City. Anyway, something. I love me some Illinois Dragunov, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's a great wrestler, but like DJ Storm says, there is no vanilla in his cake.
Dude. He had a better reign as the NXT UK champion, and he wrestled in front of 50 people at the BT Sports Studio in London. Yet he had a better reign as NXT UK champion than he's having as NXT champion. How is that even possible?
I don't know. That reminds me of Rhea Ripley.
Honest to God, it does. It does.
Her title reign has been abysmal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why she's carrying the title around because she really hardly defends it. But going back to Dragunov, he needs some kind of like shot in the arm here. He needs some kind of like shot. He needs some kind of like spark to his title defense and everything else. I'm not sure what it's gonna take, but okay, I'm gonna give the match to Dragunov, but dude, like you said before, he needs some credible matches. He needs some stellar banger matches, and that needs to be put on the forefront here. But I don't know what to say anymore. I don't have any more words for it. But Dragunov needs to have more spark and oomph to his title defenses.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's very, very hard to even talk about NXT. It is very, very hard to even talk about NXT because you know what I'm doing? After I eat dinner and after I work out, all I do is set up my streams and then I spend 99% of the show when I watch NXT, I spend 99% of the time on my phone. And I'm trying to use my phone less. But yet I cannot help but bury myself in my phone whenever I watch NXT. And then people wonder why I don't cover it anymore.
Yeah, because you're disappointed about what you're seeing. And what's the sense of bringing it out to the people? There's really nothing. There's really nothing exciting to really talk about. You have these dumb some of these dumb wrestling fans. Oh yeah, NXT is great. Oh yeah, I watched that every week. It's the best show ever. No, it's not. Come down off your high horse and look at the overall picture.
Dude, I swear to God, these people, they got fucking roasted broccoli for brains. I think
good.
that's where we should end it. We should end it on roasted broccoli for brains. Hologram, you missed the whole fucking stream. Oh my God.
Let me ask you a question. Going back to AEW for a second. Last night on AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, we got an announcement, ladies and gentlemen, that next week in Phoenix, Arizona, Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland will take on each other for the last time, ladies and gentlemen.
It won't be
And
the last.
the winner of this match will get Samoa Joe at Revolution. DJ, so I'm going to ask you a question. Who do you want as the number one contender?
It's going to go to a 30-minute time limit draw. Because the end goal here is a triple threat. Now, I'm going to throw something out here. This is not going to be the last time that they face off. Like Page and Swerve, that's a fight forever feud. Two excellent pro wrestlers, two excellent promos, and two guys that have just gelled so well. I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go this far, but I think that Swerve may very well have been Hangman's best feud in AEW. Maybe even better than when he was feuding with Omega. And I loved when he was feuding with Omega and the Elite. That was awesome. No matter what anyone wants to say, like that was awesome. He had a great world title reign, but I think that Swerve may have been his best feud in AEW to date. But I'm going to throw something out here. This is not the last time we're going to see Swerve and Hangman. If you really want to tell a great story, here's what I'm doing. Now, Samoa Joe should not be a transitional champion. I feel like he will be, and unfortunately, I feel like he's losing the title at Revolution. But, if Joe has to be a transitional champion and he is losing the title at Revolution, I will tell you the best route to go.
Okay.
I'm having Hangman Page win the world championship by pinning Samoa Joe, and then we build towards Wembley Stadium, Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship, and the main event of Wembley Stadium, main event of AEW all in London, and you crown Swerve Strickland. You crown him king in front of a packed house in Wembley Stadium in London, in front of 80,000 screaming Rockets fans. That's how you crown Swerve Strickland. There's legitimately no better match. There is no better match to main event Wembley Stadium other than that match. Look at what everyone else is going to be tied up with. You're gonna have Christian Cage. He's gonna be tied up with Luchasaurus. You're gonna have Will Ospreay. He's more likely than not gonna be tied up with Kenny Omega. You got Bryan Danielson. He's probably gonna be tied up with Kazuchika Okada. Adam Copeland, I'm not sure where he could be tied up with. Maybe he's tied up with Jack Perry. Maybe he's tied up with Konosuke Takeshita. Someone along those lines. Maybe Jon Moxley gets Samoa Joe. There's no better match to main event Wembley than Hangman versus Swerve. Now, I was going to save that for the LFU, but I figured that since we're talking about that now, that's probably the best route to go. And it gives Hangman a solid amount of time with the title, and it gives us the richest possible story going into Wembley. Why would you want to crown Swerve Strickland in front of 15,000 fans when you can crown him in front of 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 fans?
Yeah.
I mean, would that not make Swerve Strickland into a superstar? Of course it would.
Yeah. I mean, that's like comparing apples and oranges. You know? I didn't know you were going to bring this up on your show, and I did deeply apologize. I thought about the match last night, and I was thinking of scenarios in my head, but that's the best scenario that I can come up with.
Telling you,
that you can
time
come
limit
up
draw.
with.
Time limit draw is the best route to go.
Yep. I'm going to agree with that assessment. We're going to do the stream late jumping next Wednesday night in Phoenix, Arizona, and we hope that you all will tune in for that because it's going to be a barn burner of a show. And Sting will wrestle, ladies and gentlemen, in his final match in the Arizona market. Ladies and gentlemen, that will happen next week as well.
Young Bucks are costing him the tag team titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Young Bucks will
to
cost him,
Big
and
Bill
that's the right way to go. That's the right way to go because that match does not need the championships.
right. Yeah, Big Bill and they will retain. They will retain. It'll be a hard fought retainment. The only thing I don't want to see in the match is Sting eating the pin. I don't want to see that. Pin Darby Allin in the match. That's better. Than
I don't know. I think that if Ricky Starks pins Sting, I think that would be a nice full circle moment.
oh, all right.
And Sting knows that it's all about building the future.
Right.
Vengeance Day is Sunday, Hooligan. No, Revolution is March 3rd.
Right.
I think that's it, man. I think that's where we end it. That is where we end it. And I would like to thank each and every single one of you who tuned into the stream. You guys are fantastic. Earl, as always, thank you very much for coming on. I always appreciate you. And when it comes down to it, you and I, we always manage to have killer streams. And I'm looking forward to the future with us. We have a lot of good material coming on both of our channels, and we are rocking and rolling into 2024 as we continue to make history in everything that we do. Thank you once again, Earl. It was an honor of mine.
You know, it was an honor to work with you again. It's always an honor. We always laugh. We always come full circle, and we always do these analytics, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so humbled and blessed to know this man and to work with him and be a colleague of his on the Hardcore Sports Network. He does his lightning flash updates. All of his content, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely fabulous. He tells it like it is. He breaks it down like it is. I want to thank you, DJ Stone, for talking about these different topics besides the NXT stuff tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I wanted to get your thoughts on it and everything else, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on the streams, ladies and gentlemen, in just 24 hours from now, ladies and gentlemen, when me and Mitch Kovsky, Orange Cassidy's bestie, we will return with Friday Night SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring it to you like nobody's business. Bailey is going to make her decision tomorrow night. Cody Rhodes will make his decision tomorrow night. We got a lot of stuff cooking in the cook pot of SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. I think you need to watch the show. I hope the show will be solid. Hope it's decent. Hope it's entertaining enough, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a good show. That'll all happen on Fox. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, immediately following SmackDown will be AEW Rampage. Rampage will happen at 10 o'clock on TNT. So don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. And a programming note, ladies and gentlemen, on March the 7th, that will be on Thursday, March the 7th. AEW Dynamite will be on Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, not Wednesday night. It will happen on Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following AEW Dynamite, they're going to tape Collision. So, ladies and gentlemen, Collision and Dynamite will be together on Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of stuff happening with AEW there. But again, I want to thank DJ Storm for his kindness and his invitation for me to come on here. I had a great time tonight. It's been a great pleasure working with you. And again, I'm going to be on DJ's channel in the near future, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, DJ Storm's coming on my channel, and he's coming in my world on my mothership on March the 7th. And we hope that you'll tune in for that little ditty, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to get crunk on a Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. So again, DJ Storms, thank you again for your time and energy, and thank you so much for inviting me on tonight. And to all of the DJ Storm viewers, have a great weekend. And you too, DJ Storm, have a great weekend. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be on the air again tomorrow night for WWE SmackDown. Thank you so much.
As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all those links in the description. You guys are fantastic. Be sure, set your notifications for the Lightning Flash update on Saturday. And then on Monday morning, Monday, February 5th, wake up to DJ Shizzle Dizzle because we're going to have the rewind for NXT Vengeance Day at 11 a.m. Nice, bright, and early. And we're going to start off the day. We're going to kick Monday's ass because let me tell you something. You don't need coffee, hard-boiled eggs, orange juice, toast, and bacon. You need DJ Shizzle Dizzle My Nizzle. That's what's going to give you the energy.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, immediately following that, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the Raw Watch-Along. The Raw Watch-Along returns on Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be on the air at 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen, if you keep it where it is. Don't forget, it'll be me, it'll be Sarah, it'll be Nick, and Denise. We will all bring you the WWE Monday Night Raw as the road to Perth, Australia continues.
It's going to be fun to say the least. Till next time, he's Earl Cole. I'm DJ Storms. This has been the Rundown. But before we get out of here, very important question that all must answer. And that is, who runs the IWC?
Well, it's certainly not Woodrow Wilson, that's for sure. It's DJ Storms, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, baby, you know who it is. Who but DJ motherfucking Storms. And don't you ever, ever forget it.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.